All right, number one. You have a 12 by 3 rectangle. B is a scaled copy. Select all the measurements that work. So when I'm looking at that one, I'm wondering how I get from 12 to 6. All right, well, I get from 12 to 6 is dividing by 2. So the question is, did I also take this one divided by 2? If the answer is yes, you circle. If the answer is no, you got to leave it. So what do you think? Yes. Okay, that one works. I also have two other ones. Can you find them? I have a total of 3 of them circled where that works. Ian? C. Okay, you can't just add though. Okay, it has to be multiplying to be a scale factor, so you can't simply add one. So C actually doesn't work. That would not be a scaled copy. E does. Multiplying by the same thing, and I believe it's D. That one's times 1.5. A, D, and E are the ones that work there. Okay, multiplying by the same number for both of those. Question number 2. Scaled copy? If so, what is the scale factor? So is A a scaled copy of B? So first you got to answer yes or no. And then what do you multiply by? So 15 times what is 12? 10 times what is 8? What do you think? Yay or nay? So 10 times what is 8? So to figure that out, you would just divide by 10, 8 divided by 10. Reduce it. We can check the length as well. 15 times what is 12? And we'll reduce it. Divide by 3 would be 4/5, so it is the same. Scale factor is 4/5 or 0.8 if you prefer a decimal, so that one is yes. Is B a scaled copy of A? Okay, we talked about this yesterday. If it is one way, it is the other, and you simply just flip the fraction over, reciprocal. So that one is going to be 5/4 or 1.25 if you prefer decimals, which is fine. Easier to flip a fraction than a decimal. How do we know that C is not a scaled copy of B? Well, if you look at the lengths, how do I get from 15 to 30? Times 2, right? Well, what's 10 times 2? Not 15. Not 15. So that is why it is no. 15 times 2 does equal 30. 10 times 2 does not equal 15. So that's my proof. If you double one, you gotta double the other. So is A a scaled copy of rectangle C? So if A and B are scaled copies, and we just said that C and B are not, obviously A and C are not as well. So you simply say no. Not the scaled copy. So you don't have to figure out the scale factor. Question number 3. Scale factor of a half. Remember, that means it's going to get half as large, so I'm just going to measure the height. I get about 38 millimeters, so half of 38 would be 19 millimeters. And the bottom is about 18, so half of 18 is 9. And then I'm just going to connect them. Half as big. B, we're going to double. And we're going to try to match the angle the best we can. Looks like I got about 25 millimeters. So I need to go 50 if I'm going to make it double. This side is about, again, 24-ish. Double 24 would be about 48. Try to match that angle the best you can. Right side, 23-ish. If I don't know, 28-ish. So 56. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Big key is here that it's getting bigger. We're just going to connect the last one. Roughly that. Twice as big. Question C, a fourth. Again, that's going to get smaller, so whatever it is, I'm going to divide it by 4. It's about 18. 18 divided by 4. A little over 4. Not very big. Got 12 on the side. 12 divided by 4 is 3. This one's 3. Connected. Not very big. Quarter the size. Question number 4. Which ones work for a triangle? Remember, they have to add up to 180. And gotta be able to form a triangle. So if they don't add up to 140 or 180, you should not even consider it. So let's just look. That's 150. That one's out. That one's 180. That one's too much. That one's too much. Looks like you only have one choice. B. And the last one there, question 5. Find the measures. It does say explain your reasoning, so hopefully you just didn't write angles down. It does say explain in the directions. BCD, that would be this guy here. That is 38 degrees. And alternate interior angles would be my reasoning. They're inside. They are opposite of each other. CEF would also be 38. The reasoning I would use there was corresponding angles or vertical angles. DCF, that'd be this guy here. That would have to be 142 because they have to add up to 180. They are supplementary. They make a straight angle. Supplementary angles add up to 180. Again, make sure you include your reasoning there because it does say explain.